This is Tony Granger, an old friend, the Global Chief Creative Officer of Y&R, part of WPP Group.
Yep.
He's had a fabulous history from Africa originally, Hunt Lascaris. He's been through Saatchi. Everywhere he's gone, they've made Agency of the Year at Cannes. Even, I think, Bozell came close. That was a hard one. And it came third in the world, I think, 10 years ago.
Right, yeah.
It was an amazing feat when Nobby was there and you were there and bloody the Belgian was there.
That's right.
Eric Vervogen. It was a great team. And Leo.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, yeah, that was a good team.
That was a good team.
So they've never recovered ever since she left.
Well,
We've never heard of Bozell since. I think it folded into something else. That was another network. But you're now 4 years into Y&R.
Yeah.
You've had time to sort of, change the culture if you had time to do that. But coming from Saatchi, directly from there, which has had a very unique creative culture, and they always came to Cannes in packs, huge get-togethers of the Drogers in those days, and the Nobbies, and you, and it was a real team of great creatives around the world. Sadly, not quite as good as they were. But have you? Let's stop getting to Saatchi. But what have you tried to do a little bit of that with Y&R?
Well, Michael, the thing is, you can't go into a place and affect a culture. You can't do that. What do? You send memos out, send emails out. From today, we're going to affect the culture, we're going to behave this way. I mean, the only way that I know how to do this, right, is you go into an agency and you focus on your work. And you get everyone to focus on the work. The work gets better, attracts really great people, attracts clients, and then the culture evolves as the work evolves. So that's
and the
really
type of people will dictate the
so
culture.
that's really what we've been focusing on.
Yeah.
Been focusing on the work, really relentlessly kind of laser focused, sharp focus on the work, and also creating community around the world. Because I thought, well, what makes a network special, right? A network, if a network is really connected and intimate, right? If you can get a network to be intimate, that would make it really, really special. Where you can help each other, where you bounce things off each other, where you share resources, where clients have access to resources no matter where they come from. So we've been focusing on that. I set up, creative boards for each region.
Yep.
And we meet twice, 3 times a year. And it's a very kind of...
Did that happen before? So this is a thing you brought in, which is great. Yeah,
it's all new.
So you've got some great people in. You've really got some. I mean, you've improved, for instance, even New Zealand. You brought in Josh Moore.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And I think
Toby into London.
Yeah, of course, Toby
into London.
So you really get a good recruitment on that one. What about Toby? He's
awesome. Right?
Fantastic. Yeah. We've got in Australia. We've got Ben Coulson, who's doing fabulous this week.
I inherited Ben.
I know. He was one of the old. Awesome. And he's the one who stayed. The one who stayed, and he's bloody proved it. That he wasn't. He didn't go with the other guys to Clemenger eventually. So he's done well, especially this year. Show them all up. How many lines has he won? Have you caught up?
Well, I think he's got 4 goals.
Yes.
A couple of silvers,
possibility
a couple of bronzes.
tonight, maybe.
He's done really well, yeah. Hopefully he gets Australian Agency of the Year, Michael.
Well, it could be the case, actually. If he won the Grand Prix in media, he would certainly have got it.
Well, don't get me started.
Don't get me started. So this is a lead into one of the controversies. I mean, you're no comment.
I've got.
Was it a charity ad? I didn't know the army was a charity.
It's not a charity ad, and it should not have been excluded from
Can you just say that? Yes.
the Grand Prix voting.
Yes.
It really shouldn't.
And that was a key
If anybody
factor.
thinks that the military is a charity ad, they've got rocks.
There's no such thing as a charitable military.
They're probably the most difficult client we have.
Yes, and they'll kill you if they say if you say differently.
And then I got one of the people said, well, it'll be eligible for the Grand Prix for good. So how can
the military for good?
The military for the Grand Prix
if they don't win, they'll kill you. And this is fantastic. This is a great.
Anyway, he said, she said, who knows what.
They'll chuck it up because they won't agree with you. They're going to go, oh, it's not a charity, it's not for good.
Of course,
it's a classic.
Of course.
But
this year in particular, there's been a lot of rumours about block voting, my view on this, right, is that Cannes has always had this reputation for kind of block voting, for country block voting. And you know, when I was chairman last year, I really looked out for it. And as chairman, you can stop that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
The kind of anti-American bloc voting, and, you know, all that nonsense that comes in. But this year in particular, Martin, how are you?
Sir Martin. That's his boss over there.
But this year in particular, there's been a lot of noise, and depending which holding company you're coming from, the noise is about the other holding company, right? It's really
big the spats of the holding company. So Martin saw I was going to be fighting out with the Omnicom chiefs, I think later.
I heard
in the ring.
Somebody told me, Omnicom got everyone together and they showed everyone work, and they said you've got to kill all the other work. And then somebody else said to me, WPP got together, and they got, so there's this
conspiracy theories. I like it.
There's this, which we didn't actually, but there's this kind of paranoia from either side, from all sides. And I understand it because CAN is becoming more and more important. There's more clients here than ever before, right?
So it means something.
It's
really
bigger than ever before. This holding company, ranking is really important now.
Clients can shift.
Sorry?
Clients can shift on it performances of CAN now, because they're here going, I want to join that group.
This whole debate of, is creative effective, and, how creative should we be? It's all gone, because, a lot of clients now, even the most conservative clients, absolutely understand that you have to be creative.
It's a given.
You can't now demand anybody's time. You can't kind of intrude on somebody's life and demand 30 seconds of their attention. You can't do that anymore. You have to entice, you have to attract. So to do that, you've got to create amazing work. So this whole debate of is it effective or not?
So Donald Gunn can go home about
it's effective.
They proved it years ago.
You can see it's effective online. By the way that people are engaging and by the way they're interacting with your message.
They all go viral, these great ads anyway, don't they?
Yeah, and viral's not a big favourite word of mine.
Isn't
actually.
it?
No. It's like, we want a viral ad. What do you mean you want a viral ad? Let's create some amazing work. Let's seed it out there, and let's, and hopefully a wave gets created around it. But to kind of go in with the intention of, we want viral, is probably not the way to go. So anyway, this year, lots of rumours about judging and and my point of view is that focus on the work. Make your work so great that the judges around the table would be embarrassed not to vote on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
And if you were a judge this year and you marked somebody else's work down because it came from another agency, shame on you.
Yeah.
Because that's, that goes against what you should be doing. Your own personal integrity as a creative person. Is
I can't understand how it would possibly happen.
And that's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So shame on you if you did that this year. That's all I can say.
I doubt it really happened. A couple of things might have burnt out. So your hotspots in the world, and what's your favourite 5? How's the home base in New York? You started off extremely well the first year. It's like you did with Saatchi. You creamed it the first year with Saatchi's. I think when you left it always stayed at home. I don't know what happened after that. But GPY&R New York's the biggest nut to crack. Did they do well the last year or so?
Yeah. Well, I've been there 4 years now, right?
Yeah.
And I live in New York, so New York is a focus, although it's not my absolute focus, right? We have 185 agencies. We're opening up VML offices around the world, so the global kind of focus is huge. Scott and Ian came in. They were my first hire in New York, and they came in. They did some extraordinary work, absolutely extraordinary work. The first year they were there, I think we got 14 line out of the place, and then the next year there was 7 line. I mean, just absolutely extraordinary. They are so talented, unbelievable. And then they moved on, and we brought in Jim Elliott from Goodby. And Jim has been there for about 8 months now, so he's just starting to get.
He's
to get in there, but although he got in. He won 2 Silver Lion for Campbell Soup, which is
yes,
amazing.
so there's something.
So you know, that's just starting.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yep.
And Toby Talbot, like I said, is just in
starting
London,
too,
so he's just starting there.
We'll wait out for next year, really.
Hopefully.
Everything's
Toby,
out next year,
you're listening to this.
He's a machine.
Exactly. But you know what it is it's a global network. So as one agency, you know, new leadership comes in, they kind of figuring it all out.
Yeah.
Other agencies have leadership that have been there for a couple of years, and then they start.
It's watershed years everywhere.
You know, it takes like a year or two for things to start going through. So I think this year, probably our most awarded office is our São Paulo office.
Yes,
actually.
South America.
And I think they've got 9 or 10 line across multi-categories, you know, across really a lot of clients. Melbourne did very well.
Very well, of course.
France did very well. Amsterdam did well.
Yeah.
We have China that did very well for us.
Oh, good,
so, but
particularly
this year, Latin America was really strong for us. I think we have half our lines coming out of Latin America, which is great. You know, Mexico, Santiago, Buenos Aires, São Paulo, as I mentioned, Lima.
Yeah.
Lima's doing very well. You know, Lima's been winning Grand Prix at all the other shows, except here. You know, I think there's
maybe that's one of the
Cannes,
scandals.
You know, with Cannes, there's a last year, right? So when I was chairman, you know, I was really trying to look for work that was brilliant, right? But that wasn't excluded because it had a lot of local relevance, right?
It's got to be. Once you explain, anyone can get it. Yeah, of course.
So, you know, if there was work out there that judges didn't quite get, I made absolutely sure that the judges got it.
Absolutely.
And then they voted.
Then they understand. Then they like it a lot.
You know, so I worry that maybe Lima's work, you know, went from Grand Prix everywhere else to
just glazed over and that's it.
Shortlists and bronzes here, but that's fine. You know,
that's the break.
It's all good. That's the thing about Cannes. You know? the thing that many people don't understand about Cannes is the size of it. You know, 34,000 entries, 6,000 print entries. You know, stuff that wins elsewhere doesn't necessarily win here
because
of the scale of it.
You can mislay it.
Really, like
whatever the Grand Prix, it's on the floor.
Exactly.
I know it is hard to monitor.
So you know, my point is, if you win a shortlist at Cannes, you should be really proud.
That's like 1% of the world, less than 1%. Closer to Australian shores, you know, the demise of the Campaign Palace, part of the Y&R group, was a little bit sad.